Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 3 of my Ultimate Feed the Beast Beginner's Guide. Now, I'm down underground, I've just been poisoned. It's cheeky. I'm near what's called an abandoned mine shaft. I'm going to show you where it is in relation to the base. Well, you can see my house 79 metres that way. I've actually got an abandoned mine underneath, almost underneath the house. The reason why I'm down here, I want to start down here, is because I've just hunted for this stuff using the texture pack I'm used to, because I don't know what it looked like in this texture pack. This stuff is important. It's called ferrous ore. Now, it's important because later on, that poison cave spider's going to get to me eventually. Come on. Now what we're near is, see the wood over there? You can just see it up there. That's an abandoned mine shaft. They have cave spider spawners that poison you. So I'm just at the limit of the range of a spawner up there somewhere. I'm not going to go do it now. I'm going to come back to that later. But yeah, this stuff here, it's called ferrous ore. And my stone pick ain't good enough. I need my iron pick. And it's generally in blocks of only a few. So we've got 3 bits there. Ferrous ore. Now that's important because later on, once we get Greg Tech stuff, because this is ultimate, so it's got Greg Tech. Once we get the Greg Tech grinders and stuff, we can put that through a grinder and we can get platinum dust from it. And platinum dust you can make into iridium, which is a very important material later on. So the ferrous ore, we want to make sure we mine it, but we don't want to be processing that when we start processing stuff. I just wanted to show you what it looked like in this texture pack. It's like it looks like iron, but it's a bit yellower. In the texture pack I usually play, it looks very similar to iron. It's the same colour as iron, but it's got a different pattern on the block. So yeah, I had to come down here using my usual texture pack just so I knew what I was looking for. So I'm going to work my way back out of here. I'll get a bit of coal while I'm here. And I'll go back up to the base. Now, I said last time about strip mining, and I've done a little bit, and to be honest, there's that many resources in this open cave network that strip mining is not really needed yet. It may be once you've dried up all the resource in your area. This is nice, look at all this. Ooh, not watching my surroundings, that was a bit silly. Just happily going for the gold. There's gold here. Happily going for the gold, not watching my surroundings. Good job I've got all that armour that I found in that village, otherwise a creeper explosion at that range would have been an insta-kill. I've got 8 gold, very nice, very useful. So this is what an abandoned mine shaft looks like. It's got cobwebs, rail tracks and wooden structures. And to put you into, so show you where we was last time. We was around here somewhere. And I'll show you where I came down. Well, I'll show you where I started strip mining. There's some diamonds there that I left just to show you what they look like as well. So diamonds is down. We're down at level 16, so we're in the diamond level. So this is very useful. That's a nice nice amount of diamonds there. How many was that? 6 diamonds. Excellent. So that is going to come in very useful. So I think we came down last time. In fact, I've got a little path through the wall somewhere here. Where is it? There it is. So last time I showed you a little example of strip mining. That's down here. So I did 2 in a little bit, and I thought actually I'm getting more resources just going through the cave network. So a lot of people say strip mining is the best, but there's that many caves. I don't know what does the world gen, but you get a lot of caves playing any of the Feed the Beast packs, to be honest. And you get a lot of resources from the sides of the caves. So what I've done is I've given myself a shortcut. I've put my portal down here from my portal gun that I found in that chest, so I can get back up to my base from down here. I put the portal gun back in the chest in case I die, so I don't actually lose the portal gun. But once them portals are placed, they'll stay there until I change them. And yeah, so I've been down here mining a bit. I'm going to go back up for now because I've got some resources. I want to show you some stuff up there. So rather than have to climb down, pop back up to my base. And it's night time, so I'm going to sleep before anything bad happens. Right, I've got a little collection of boards on the wall there with the stuff that I'm planning to do in the next few episodes. I made a few more chests. I actually I was stood here yesterday just after the episode finished, and a creeper snuck up on me and blew all the chests up, so I had to make some more chests. The basic way I lay these out when we start, the way I do it is I put all blocks in one chest, I put all resources and stuff to be processed in another chest. That fills up pretty quick, as you can see. I put crafted bits in another chest. That's all stuff that's been crafted. And then I put organic stuff in a fourth chest. You can see I've been back to the village and I pinched them bees that I mentioned. So I took a little journey back to the village. I'm going to head out there in a minute actually and show you what's up out there. So I'll just put all the stuff in there that I don't need at the minute. Excellent. Another thing you see, before we go any further, you see I've got a green sapphire sword on my inventory. There's 3 types of gem that red power puts in the game. And here they are. We've got sapphires, rubies, and green sapphires. You saw I just clicked shift then, by the way. If you press shift when you're mousing over something, you get them little icons above it. They're for Thaumcraft. They show you what Thaumcraft aspects the thing have. We'll be doing some Thaumcraft, so you'll understand that a bit more later on. But just for now, just know that shifting over any type of material shows you what that material is made out of in the terms of Thaumcraft. Right, so red power 2 gems, we've got 3 of them: sapphires, rubies, green sapphires. Now you can make weapons and tools out of these. So I'm going to make, oops, need 2 more of the green ones. And I'm making the green ones into weapons and stuff because they're the least important when it comes to later game stuff. There you go, green sapphire pickaxe. So you can make swords, pickaxes, axes and such like out of them. That's almost got the durability of a diamond, not quite. And I think I can do obsidian with that. It's been a while, I'll have to check. So the reason why I'm using the green sapphire, not these two, I don't know why I keep pressing shift, is these are much more important. Rubies are used for, right, if you look at ruby, I pressed U so you can see what ruby goes into. So there you can see the weapons and stuff. And then you can see a pulverize, it'll turn into ruby dust. We can also use it for an energy crystal, but at the start of the game that's worth doing. But later on, once you've got more diamonds, you're probably better off using diamonds instead of, that's an alternate recipe there. You can use diamond or ruby in that spot, but ignore that for now. So you can see that by pulverizing or macerating we get ruby dust. Now ruby dust is the important part. If we press U, we'll look on ruby dust. Well, this is far in the future, but I see there ruby dust in a machine called an industrial electrolyzer can produce chrome dust, and that's the only way of getting chrome dust, from ruby dust. And end game stuff, you need a lot of chrome dust, so save your rubies. That's basically what I'm saying there. Save your rubies. And sapphires, not quite as important as rubies, but still important. Again, what these are important for is end game. You're going to make a lot of these things called lapatron crystals that we don't have to worry about for now, but they use a sapphire in the middle there. They've got an alternate recipe. They can use an energy crystal in there, but that means you have to use rubies and redstone, or diamonds and redstone. But so the sapphire is the cheapest thing for that, and depending how far you go into Greg Tech, you'll use a lot of rubies for that. You'll make a lot of these lapatron crystals, so saving some sapphires for that's good. Not as important as the rubies. So basically what I'm saying is, getting these gems, you want to try and not use any rubies. You want to use your green sapphires first, and then at a push use your sapphires. But the last bit of the iron pickaxes, and it lets you save your iron for other more important stuff early on. I mean later on you'll have plenty of iron, but early game you're going to be using quite a lot of iron, so worth knowing, worth knowing. Right, let's, before we have a quick look at the board, let's have a quick look outside, see how things are going. Now, our stuff's growing, but not very quick. We can use bone meal to make that quicker. Let's these look grown, I think. Are they grown? Yep, so let's corn on the cob. Corn, you can cook that, turn it into corn on the cob, quite useful. Let's give it some seeds back so we'll replant them. The flax is not grown yet, and I think that's fully grown henequin, so let's break one of them and have a look. So we've got some henequin seed backs and a henequin leaf, so we can see what that's useful for. Let's have a quick, if I press U on there, henequin leaf becomes twine, okay. I can use it as fuel. And twine, what does twine become? So 4 bits of twine is 1 bit of string. So you need 4 henequen flowers per string. Whereas with flax, what's a flax plant called? Just show me the seed there. Strange. Flax you get quite a lot of string out of, so I probably won't be making any more henequen, and I'll probably be using flax. So I'm going to get rid of that for now. And once this grows, we'll spread that out. I could actually do with using some of the bones I've got and making that grow, because there's some very useful things we can use flax for. Right, so let's just put that stuff into the organics chest. Corn, I'm pretty sure we can cook. Yep, so we can smelt that into cobbo corn. So I think we'll do that. Let's sling that in there with a little bit of coal. A couple of coal should do probably. And what was we looking at? We're looking for some bones. Turn bones into bone meal. And now we can use that bone meal to grow them flax plants out there, or the wheat. Both very important. So let's just run back out there. So you see, I've grown some trees. I cut all the trees down that was round here, and I replanted them. They've all grown. So I've got a manual source of wood that we're going to want to be making automated as soon as we can, really. What the hell have I done there? I've put the bone meal back in the chest. What a fool. I'll do that off camera, but we need to start getting wheat growing and these flax plants growing. The corn not so much, because we're going to have animal sources of food pretty quick. We ain't got them quite yet. You see there, I've put a little path through to get back to the village a bit quicker. And there's something else important for you as well that I noticed. We're going to need rubber. We're going to need it for a couple of mods. We're going to need quite a lot of rubber actually for certain things. Now there's 2 ways of getting rubber. One from the IC2 way of getting rubber, which we're looking for certain trees that have rubber dots on them, and the other way is the MFR rubber, and that's what these trees are here. They've got their own texture. Look a bit, there's your normal oak tree. This is a rubber tree. So if we chop a bit of this down, you'll see that this tree here, now I'm not sure if these drop saplings, I presume they do. I've never really used these trees. They're rubber wood, which you can cook into rubber, I think. No, no, you can't. Okay, so rubber wood you can't cook into rubber, but the rubber itself you can make into torches. Didn't know that. You can smelt it into rubber bar. You can furnace it into rubber bar. Okay, and then the rubber bar that you make into plastic sheets. How do I make plastic sheets? Oh yeah, you smelt the rubber bar into raw plastic. Okay, so you smelt it twice to get to plastic, and then you can make various things with this rubber, cables and such like. But the thing we'll be making with it is these plastic sheets eventually. Just 4 bits of plastic into plastic sheets. So that's one way of getting rubber, and that looks like a sapling. So yeah, we can grow that back. So we could make an automated farm to grow this. That's very possible, and something I may do. So I'm going to cut a couple of these trees down. Now, the other type of rubber is, I'm not sure if both rubbers are fully interchangeable. I know you can use the IC2 type of rubber for all of the man factory stuff. I'm not sure if it's interchangeable in the opposite direction. But I'm going to grab a bit of this because I want to make a couple of manufacturing machines pretty soon. So I want to make sure I've got a bit of a stock of this rubber. And we'll get a couple of saplings while we're here, and we'll go and replant them back near our house. So hopefully they'll fall pretty quick. A couple will do, because some of them got a couple. I can start using them to grow more. I just need to hang around here a little bit. So I've got 32 rubber, so I get quite a bit. Quite an amount of rubber from cutting these down. And yeah, an automated tree farm will do as well. And that's on the board, an automated tree farm. I've grabbed a couple of pumpkins. One of the reasons why, I grabbed them when I was out here last time. So I've been across here because the village is just over there. We've got some sheep over here, which is good. I want some cows, which I don't know if I've seen yet. I'll have a look around for some cows off camera. And I've got a good way of getting cows back to the base, which I'm going to show you as well. Right. No saplings dropping. It's unfortunate. I don't want to hang around here all day because it's a bit boring just waiting for saplings to drop. So I have got 3 saplings, that'll do. So let's go back to the base. So yeah, so I don't have to climb over the hill all the time. I just built this little path through there, so I can get through a bit quicker. Right, you may notice I'm going back. I've not put any bees in here yet. I was going to do that on camera, but no rush for that. I just wanted to get the beehives while I was in that rough direction. Got some squid in there. As long as water's 3 deep, 1, 2, 3. See, it's 3 deep there. You've got a chance of squid spawning, so it's pretty useful to have a bit of water near that's 3 deep, because squid drop in ink sacs and they're pretty useful and used in quite a lot of recipes. So that's something to bear in mind as well. So you need 3 deep water for that. Right, let's go and sleep, and then I'll explain why I got the pumpkin, because I never did that, and we'll go look at the board. Right. Organic stuff, go in there for now. Yeah, put the bone meal back in there, look, full. Right, pumpkin. We're going to want seeds at some point. And they reckon it's 4 pumpkin seeds. We could also turn to melon. Melon grow pretty quick. But melon only drop 1 seed. Oh, no, they don't. Ah, yeah. Okay. We can use a thing called a minium stone to turn that into a melon. So I've got a pumpkin because I want a melon, because I'm going to get a melon farm. Because melon, they produce a lot of seeds. Very exciting. So in a pulverizer, 1 melon, 8 melon, and 80% chance of extra seeds. And then these things break into a seed each. So you get a lot of seeds from melon. And we need seed for seed oil for the bee stuff. So that's why I grabbed a couple of pumpkins, just so at some point I can make a thing called a minium stone. That's from a mod called Equivalent Exchange. Uses these things, shard of minium, and it's like a magic tool. If you played any old tech, it would be Equivalent Exchange 2 It was similar to the Philosopher's Stone in that. So you make an innate stone, surround it with these shards of minium. Shards of minium drop off monsters that we kill. That's the only way you can get them. And the innate stone is just a bit of gold, a bit of iron, some smooth stone. So we'll be making one of them pretty soon. Some of you may notice in the last episode I made a bucket, and I actually had a bucket sat in the chest, which I've since lost. Must have been lost when the chest blew up. I had a bucket sat in the chest, so I wasted 3 iron ingots there, and I smelted 3 iron ingots for that, and I actually had 9 iron ingots sat in the chest. So that's what you get for not checking the chest before you do stuff. We've got our corn on the cob, so I've got a bit more food there. Excellent. Right, let's look at the board. The way we're going to go at things, and I've talked far too long in this episode already. I was over to have stuff made by now. A few basic things we need. We need power. So we need to make anything work. We can make stuff, but unless we've got power, we can't make it work. So basic MJ. There's a couple of ways to go, but I'm going to go with a Sterling engine. It's a real cheap engine. It only produces 1 MJ a tick. Now you get 20 ticks in a second. That's the way Minecraft works. And better engines produce more MJ. I suppose I should explain the different types of energy first of all. There's 4 types of energy in the Ultimate at the minute. I think 4. And I don't know if there's maybe a 5th one coming. I'm not sure if universal electricity is going to be added at some point. But there's your buildcraft stuff, and that's called MJ, Minecraft Joules. And that's all the buildcraft stuff. So that's thermal expansions, a buildcraft add-on. Forestry, the buildcraft add-on. And all the buildcraft stuff itself, all uses MJs. Then we've got a little bit of energy called RP2 from Red Power 2 called Blue Electricity, or Bluetricity. I've spelled that wrong. It's just Bluetricity, I think. And there's not a massive use for that, but what we can do is we can make a solar powered furnace. And when you've only got really crappy engines producing 1 MJ a tick, being able to process stuff using solar power, which is essentially free once you've set it up, is worth doing. So I generally, when I'm starting a server, I will make a little solar powered furnace, just so I can furnace all stuff that doesn't actually need to be processed through certain processing machines. It makes it a little bit easier, and it saves some energy. The two will get a better source of energy. So that's bluetricity. And then the industrial craft and all the extensions of that, so GregTech and stuff like that, they use EU energy units. And the cheapest way of getting that, as I can tell in the current way of the game, is using lava. And the cheapest way of lava is setting up a pump system from the nether. So that's probably one of our first extravagant setups. Will be simple systems to pump lava back from the nether to us so we can get some EU, but we don't need that just yet. We're going to start with buildcraft power, MJ. We might even stick with buildcraft power and use converters, stuff called power converters, to change that into EU when we eventually need EU. But for now, that's going to be our power. Stirling engines. Stirling engines can burn pretty much anything. But we need stuff to burn in there. So the next thing we need resources. So we need some farms setting up, and there's two things I'm looking at for farms. There's a mod called Manufacture Reloaded, and there's a mod called Steve Cart's 2. Now Steve Cart's 2, you can set up a little minecart that goes around in a circle, gets you a lot of trees, really useful. Trees and saplings, we can use the saplings to refuel it, and grow more trees and stuff. And Manufacture Reloaded has got all kind of farms that we'll be looking at. That's what we need the rubber for. That's why I cut the rubber trees down. I put there, look, get rubber, which is why I went over there and got some rubber. And then look across a bit further here. Bees, need to automate that little setup out there at some point. Mistcraft, random ages. Now, random ages we can get to pretty easily. Mistcraft's a mod that lets you go through different dimensions, and if we have a look at the Mistcraft mod, let's go into here and let's look at Mistcraft and our list. Massive amount of mods to look at. So there's the Mistcraft stuff, and what we want to make first is a thing called a writing desk. No, it's not. It's a bookbinder. That's what we need. A bookbinder. That uses 3 iron and some bits of wood, and we don't need a writing desk just yet. But I'm going to make a bookbinder. Yeah, I was going to do that. Let's do that. It's as quick to show you it as it is to tell you about it, so let's just get on with it. And we need a bit more wood. Let's just turn some wood into planks. There we go. Put the rest back. Where'd that go? Throw my planks on the throw my logs on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a bookbinder. So I'm just going to place that there for now. If we look in there, we need something in there. We need some leather, which is what we need cows for. We ain't got no leather yet, so we can't actually do anything with that until we get some cows. Right. Now actually get a little cow farm on the go to get that going. What we can do is, once we've got some cows and some reeds, which we also ain't got by the look of it, we can make some paper and we can make some leather. What you do, you put leather in that slot with a bit of paper in the inventory. If you click it into there, you get a random age. Now look at a book there, a descriptive book. That's what we're making. And a descriptive book can take you to random ages, and we'll probably do that in an episode pretty soon, because there's some very useful resources you can get just by jumping into random ages. The thing you've got to be most careful about is you need to be able to get back, and to get back you need a thing called a linking book. And to make a linking book, this is why I pinched a book from the NPC village, by the way. I pinched 42 books, so we've got a cheap start on this. A linking book is wherever you stood, just put a book into your crafting square there, make it into a linking book, and there you go. So now if I was going into a different age, I could easily get back to my base here by using this linking book, and it'll drop on the floor. So what you also need is, got some wood on me still, and I'll put it back. We also need is some stands, which are just planks, sticks. That gets you a stand. Now obviously this won't work here, but I'll show you what it looks like on a stand. You put a stand down, you put a linking book down, and then it's called overworld because this will get us back to the overworld, but we're in the overworld so you can't click on it. So that's kind of greyed out there, you see a bit. But when we actually create some ages, we can do that. So that's what that's there for. And then Thaumcraft, very useful. You can get some very powerful weapons and armour from Thaumcraft. It's a little bit complicated the first time you do it. It's a little bit, it seems random, but it's all very structured how you do the research. And personally, I've done the research legitimately the first time I ever did it, and it's quite a long process, and it's a lot of trial and error trying to work out what goes into stuff. Whenever I do it now, I actually use the Feed the Beast wiki. There's a really useful page called, let me just type it in, research by aspects on the Feed the Beast wiki, and that'll show you what aspects go into each thing you need to research. But for example, if you want to research Boots of the Traveller will have certain aspects, so then you can look for materials that have got them aspects, so you can kind of gear your research towards the bits you're looking for. Because if you start early on, you can't afford to keep throwing random resources in there, because your resources are important. So it kind of spoils it a little bit by using the wiki, but personally I think it's worth it, because the amount of good stuff it gets you, it's worth starting early, and the amount of resources you'd use doing it randomly is a bit of a crippler. If you do it early. Right, I'm going to cut the camera. No, I'm not. I'm going to have a quick look at a thing called, let's get rid of that filter there, Safari. See if I can make one of these. Right, I can't make one of them yet. I need ender pearls. Okay, and a gas tier, so I really can't make one of them. That's a thing you can catch animals with. The newer version of Man Factory, this is from Man Factory Reloaded. Newer version, there's disposable ones of these you can make that are a lot cheaper. But the Ultimate Mod Pack, I've kept it standard. I've not updated any of the individual mods, even though you can do that if you wish. I've not updated any of them, so currently in 1.0.1 we do not have the disposable one. So I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to go find a cow, because I want to show you a Mistcraft age, and shortly after that I'm going to make a Sterling engine, and we can make our first processing machines. Excellent. Right, back in a bit. Hello again. I'm out about looking for cows. I've not found any yet, but I found another NPC village. You see the coordinates -370 plus 664, so I'm about 300 meters away from my house. So what's that, 300 meters south from my house. It's got one of these towers in, so I've got some more knowledge fragments which we'll keep for later. A bit of night ore there, which is using Thaumcraft, and as usual, take the chest. Some more useful resources in this. I've not found no cows yet though. But the reason why I've come back on just now is there's a building that I want to show you the inside of that we've not seen yet. Hello. And it's this one over here. Now I need to be able to climb up to that because it's in the water. I've brought my portal gun so I can get back quick, and what I can do with a portal gun, which is really useful. Oh, I didn't want to put that there. Can I get up from there? Yep, excellent. Let me in. I don't want to trade with. Let me in. This is a Mistcraft room. The thing what I can do with a portal gun is I can just set the portal. I've got the other end. I've got the blue end set to my base still, and I can drop cows through it. So if I was to put a portal on the floor underneath the cow will just fall into it. So very useful. We've got a couple of pages here. Tiled biomes, crystals, very useful. That's nice. And we've got a writing desk that I can pinch. I'm going to pinch that. Writing desk. That's what you need to make your own Mistcraft books. And I'm going to nick all these books. You know, waste not, want not, and all that. So very useful finding this. Sorry, guy, I've just wrecked your house, and I'm going again. Yeah, there's a chest in there, and I've not looked if there's I haven't looked to see if there's a forge yet where we got the useful stuff from in the other chest. It was actually the Thaumcraft tree, wasn't it, that we got the portal gun from. But I think there was some nice stuff in the forge as well. It doesn't look like there's a forge. I thought I saw an apiarist villager, so I think there's maybe an apiary. Not seeing it though in a minute. Got to be very careful in swamp biomes. There's just bloody quicksand everywhere. It's really dangerous. I'm sure I said an arrow will get fired at me. I've got a bit of issues with the world not loading in. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. I just wanted to show you that. I've still not found a cow. I'll be back once I've found a cow. I've got another issue growing. If you look at my levels, I've got 32 levels. And the higher my levels get, the more chance I've got of dying. So I should probably make an enchanting table as soon as I can. So that is something I'm definitely interested in doing. Getting an enchanting table on the go. And the other thing I'm looking for is a desert biome. By the way, if you press X, you can see a bigger map. Z zooms that in or back out. So there's the map fully zoomed out, so it looks like I'm heading towards a snowy biome. It's not what I wanted. I was ideally looking for a desert biome. So I'm going to keep searching for cows, and I'm going to keep searching for a desert. And I'm probably not going to get anything made this episode, because it's quite long now, I think. But I definitely want to show you about creating a Mistcraft age. And I definitely want to show you why I'm looking for a desert. So I'm going to keep searching, I'll be back in a bit. Well, hooray! Found some cows and I found a desert, and I'm a long way from my house. In fact, I'm over 1,000 meters away because my waypoints are not showing. You see on my mini-map there, you can see that my house is that direction. You see the little arrows up the top near where it says N, the north sign. There's some arrows, that's where my waypoints are. So I'm over 1,000 meters away, and they're in that direction. What I need to do now is make sure I press the right button on that. If I press the left one, I'll get rid of my portal back to my base. So what I need to do is just go flop. Go in there. What's going on here? There we go, there's one. There's two. Go in there, you. 3 and 4. And then if I hold the R button down and press the right button, that cancels just that one. So my blue one's still at my base. And now I've got 4 cows in my base. So I'll show you where they are in a minute. And I found a desert. The important thing for a desert, you can grab a couple of cactus because they're useful. So I'll have a couple of them. But the important thing are these things. Now I can never remember what they're called. I think they're called cinder pearls. I think that's right. What you're looking for is these little flowery plants. And what they are, they drop blaze powder, which this is from Foundcraft. They only spawn in deserts and you have to have Foundcraft, so it's in this pack. This is the only way you can get blaze powder naturally outside of the nether. So what I want to do is find your desert. So if you look at my coordinates, if you've used a seed for this world, it's quite a long way away from where we started, but it's the closest one I've found. There's possibly ones in other directions, but what I want to do is explore this place. I'm going to get as much of this stuff as I can because we need quite a bit for what I want to make and show you. So I'll be back in a little while. Okay, I'm back again. I've been back to the house once. I've sent some cows through. There's one other thing I wanted to make, and I got some wool from a shade of sheep. I sent a couple of cows through my portal as well. I need to make this thing here. It's called a scoop. Just a bit of wool and some sticks. That's all last sticks. I need to make some more of them. While I was in the desert, I just wanted to quickly grab a couple of modest bees because we'll be needing them later. Don't need them yet by any means. But I thought while I'm here, and while I'm in this desert, we can grab some. Now, I'm going to head back to the base in just a second. While I'm running around, there's another modest hive over here somewhere. I just want to show you making of the scoop. Here it is. I'm going to grab this one and head back, and I'll just left click with that and you get your modest bees. Excellent. And now I just need to get my portal gun, put a portal, step through, and you see I've got a little menagerie of animals in here. I've got a shorn sheep, we only need 1 sheep. I've got 4 cows, which I can kill 2 of, some leather, and I think 3 chickens, so I have to kill 1 of for now. A bit of chicken and some feathers. So we can breed them back up. We've got breeding pairs, which is excellent. And I'm going to sleep. And the only other thing that I need, I haven't got. So you see I placed my portal up on the wall there so the animals can't get back through it, by the way. I can jump through that to go back to the desert if I wanted to. But they can't jump through it because they're not clever enough to, or programmed to, or whatever you want to call it. I've got 14 of them, excellent. Wool. Right. Need some obsidian. Now, I'm hoping my green sapphire pick can mine me obsidian. I don't quite remember. I'm fairly confident it can, but I don't quite remember. So I'm going to come back when I'm down at obsidian level, down there, and we'll see. Okay, we're back. And this video is starting to run a little bit long, so I don't want to go much longer. I tried my pick on there, it don't work. I made this just by pouring a bucket of water over some lava that I found. Just pour it down there, turn the lava into obsidian, and yeah, the green sapphire pick don't work. So I could make a diamond pick, but diamonds are a little bit rare when you first start, and I don't want to actually use diamonds up yet. So I'm going to make my first machine. It's a red power machine. It's called a block breaker. This is a cheap way of getting obsidian when you first start, and it's worth knowing. You don't always have to use it. If I've found like 20 diamonds, then I've just made a diamond pick. But for the amount of times I need obsidian, it's really worth making one of these. So first thing we need a vanilla item called a piston. Our piston's pretty straightforward. It's just 3 bits of wood, bit of redstone, iron ingot, and there we go, piston. And then I've forgot, I need one more iron ingot, so it's come back through here. You see how useful the portal gun is? It's ridiculous. So lucky I found that. I need a fresh iron pick. It has to be a fresh undamaged one. And I still need to go back because I forgot another bit of redstone. Should have just made it up here. Okay, and then bits of cobble either side. So piston in the middle, iron pickaxe, redstone, cobble either side gets the thing called a block breaker. And to operate the block breaker, we need a stick. Now there's some debate whether Red Power 2 is going to be in the next version of this, because the mod maker Elaram has been MIA. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while, and no one knows if she's actually updating it to 1.5 Minecraft. So this may not be an option in the future. I'm sure she will update it. It's a wonderful mod, and I'm sure she'll carry on doing it. But she just hasn't been letting anyone know. There is a block breaker from Manufacture Reloaded that I've not used yet, that probably works in a similar fashion but may need power. But for now, well, we've got Red Power 2, we can use this one. I'm going to need a screwdriver as well, I think. Yeah, I am. I'm going to need a screwdriver as well, because it's facing the wrong way. Really should have sorted all this out off camera first, I think. I apologise. Making the video run longer. So a screwdriver. What a screwdriver is a Red Power tool that lets you turn things around. Screwdriver, iron ingot and a stick. All straightforward. Iron ingot, stick. Let's throw that egg in there out of the way. Now I've got everything I need. Wonderful. So place our block breaker down on our obsidian block. Use our screwdriver to make it face the right way, like so. Now what we need to do, put a lever on the side of it, and plop. It's broken that block of obsidian, and it's pushed it into our inventory. So that's a cheap way of getting obsidian. It's a bit tedious because I need to move the block every time you want a bit, and there's a good chance that there'll be lava under there. Let's have a look. No, no lava. That's good. So I'm going to break this. I'm going to get all this obsidian because we need a few bits for what I want to make. I'll be back in a bit. And I'm back again, and I don't mind telling you, quite some time's passed. It's taken me quite a long time to get what I needed, and what I needed was these guys, shards of minium. This is the final piece in the puzzle of what I'm going to make. I should have a gold ingot there, and some of the bits around. We've got 4 stone. Now, while I've been out, luckily I bumped into a couple of endermen, and they both gave me an ender pearl, which is nice. If we didn't have that, I could make some ender pearls, but to make the ender pearls we also need a shard of minium, so I'm going to put 4 more iron in there just to show you that. So keep an eye out, make sure nothing sneaks up and stay away. I'm going to have to put a door there, because the odd thing sneaks up and scares me in the night. I need to get more coal as well. I've not been mining coal enough. So I've been around underground. I've been down in that abandoned mine. I found 3. I've seen 2 spider spawners, but there's definitely a third. And I found 3 chests. Found some useful stuff. I've got 1 thalmium ingot, stuff like that. So this pattern here: stone, iron, and a gold. We'll get you an inert stone. And then just surround that with these shards of minium that you've got to get off mobs. Now these seem to drop off skeletons more than anything else. That gets us a minium stone. That's essential for what we need. So the other things we need: 12 blaze powders, 3 leather, which I've just got the 3rd one off. I just bred another cow. So I used 2 adult cows, bred a baby, and then killed one of the adults in front of its child because I'm a monster. I need to put some grass in there, otherwise that sheep will never grow its wool back, by the way. Yeah, a sheep grows its wool back when it eats. So 3 leather, I need, yep, and I need, where have I put the obsidian? There it is. 2 obsidian, and you probably know what I'm building already, maybe, if you've watched my Let's Play. It's one of the first things I build, and it's a thing that I swear by. I need 1 bit of wool, an organic chest, should have some wool, 2 bits of wool in fact, and probably both ender pearls. Yeah. Right, so the first thing I need to do is, using my medium stone, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and what we can do is turn blaze powder into blaze rods, so we can get blaze rods without having to go fight blazes in the nether using the minium stone, which is really useful. And the other thing I want to show you was, if we put the minium stone with 4 iron, we can get ender pearls. That's also very useful. I'll take an ender pearl, does no harm done. And now what we can make is, oops, 4 blaze rods in the corners, obsidian either side, ender pearl at the bottom, bit of wool at the top, and final piece, chest in the middle, gets us an ender chest. Awesome. Now we've got an ender chest, I'm going to place that somewhere where it won't blow up. Mobs come and jump me. Let's put it there. We've got an ender chest, excellent. And then to go with the ender chest, we want 4 blaze powder, 3 leather, 1 ender pearl. What am I missing? Bit of wool. Bit of wool. Done that the wrong way around. There we go. Ender pouch, excellent. Shift right click the ender pouch. Already matches that because it was white anyway. So now our expensive stuff that we don't want to lose, let's just take them for now. We can carry our ender pouch with us all the time. Our stuff we carry in the ender pouch. So if we die, the most we lose is just the ender pouch. So if I died now, if I fell in lava, the ender pouch would go. I'd lose that. But when I come back to my base, all the stuff's in there. So the portal gun's safe now. And you can access that wherever you are. You can also add, you can add a filter on there to filter things into your sorting system. It's a really nice thing to have. One of my favourite things in the game to have, to be honest. Because it's added level security. We can make some more bags called canvas bags that we'll be making when we get more string. You can put canvas bags in there with all different stuff in. And the other thing I'm going to make right now, just before I go, I know it's must be getting really long this episode. I'm going to make an enchantment table. Yay! So also a very useful vanilla thing. And all the books we've got, I'm going to make as many as I can. Spread that out. So we can make 21. We don't actually need 21. We need as much wood as I've got. Let's turn all that into planks. Let's spread this out. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 I think is enough. No, it's a bit more than 10, isn't it? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, I need another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this I believe is the maximum amount of bookshelves you need these days. Used to be more. And now we've got an enchantment table with a maximum amount of bookshelves. And all we need to do is... I've got no pants on. What we need to do is work out what we're going to enchant. I've got 30 odd levels. I've got 39 levels. So start the next episode. I'll decide off camera to make something to enchant, or to enchant something I'm wearing, even though it's all a bit damaged. So I shall see you then. I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope you join me next time. Thank you very much for any likes, any suggestions welcome, and yeah, as I said, I hope you join me next time. Cheers, bye.